Today we're going to install a third rear remote in this TYM 494C. Should be a pretty straightforward procedure. There's going to be a little work in the cab to put a lever in, and then the extra remote in the back is going to be stacked with the other hydraulic valves. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, this part is going to be really hard to see. What we need to do in here is take off these 4 bolts for the cover. There are 2 screws on these levers for the draft control and the 3-point hitch control. 2 bolts on the side, all can be taken off with a Phillips head screwdriver. These are going to slide off. These are just some covers. And what this is going to enable me to do is to get to the point where I can put the new lever on the inside for the C position, and then we're going to do some work on the outside. So I'm going to spend a few minutes, I'll talk you through, if I can, some of this, but I'm going to spend a few minutes here taking this cover off, and then I will start to show you what's on the inside here. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but I was able to take this cover out without removing the seat. It just entailed taking off all of the rubber tops for the levers. So now I have access to the levers to put the third lever in. One thing that I will note is I thought these side bolts over there had Phillips heads on them. They did not. So just took me a couple extra minutes. Not a problem. Got everything apart. Now what I'm going to do is try to take the levers out, and I'm going to try to do it without unhooking stuff on the outside. So I'm going to work on that for a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay, not too bad. I took out the 2 12mm bolts. There was a clip on, and that allowed me to slide the bushing out. And now I'm going to get the arm and try to install that. Okay, still not a lot of room in here, but what you want to do next is you want to take the lever. You want to take this little cap or bushing. I'm going to put it on there, and then I'm going to slide the lever on here, and then I'm going to put that C-clip back on, and I'm going to take that bushing out. So that should have 3 levers in place, and then put all this back together. Something I'm not loving is that lever has a little bit of an angle to it. So what I'm going to have to do is bring that inside, do a little persuading to straighten that out, and that will take care of that. I tried that lever in all 3 positions thinking I could move something around. It's just not going to do what I want it to do without hitting the other ones. So a little persuasion, it'll be good as new. Okay, all 3 levers are now installed in the tractor. So I'm going to do a little work on the outside. Hope you can see here. On the outside, this is all installed, ready to go. The next thing that I have to do is I have to put the arm on it with the clip. What I ended up having to do was to assemble this outside the tractor, and I'm going to have to snake it up through and then put this on with it up there. That's the only way that it's going to work. Clean install in the back of the tractor, waiting for this valve to be put in. Lever works fine, clears the seat, no problem. I'm going to show you the inside really quick. I still have to put the rubber grips on the top, but everything is back together, and now we have 3 levers waiting to change out the valve. What you're going to see me do here is I am actually going to take this valve out right here, and I am going to move that one to the top because that's the detent valve. So I'm just going to take this off right here, put that to the side. We're going to leave the bottom valve on. I'm going to take these 2 off. I'm going to move this out of the way, put the new valve in the center, and then I am going to put, again, this valve on the very top. I'm taking both studs out. I have one of them out right now. I just need to get the other one out, and then I'll install the 2 longer ones. here's the finished product. So what you're seeing here is these two are the original remotes that were on the tractor that came from the factory. This center one that I put in is the one that I installed and finished up. And what I had to do, I didn't go through every step and record everything, but basically I had to replace these two studs here that are sticking out. They go all the way down into the tractor. It had to be longer ones to accommodate this. So that's all situated, all set, just tightened them back down. The ones from the factory, this is the detent one on the top. That's where I wanted to have it because that makes it so the lever that is for detent is closest to the seat, which is kind of in a little bit of an awkward position. As you saw earlier in the video, I had to bend that, persuade it a little bit so it didn't hit the seat. But again, not a problem. Everything works perfect with it. What I'm also going to show you, sorry, I have the skidder on there, is here, if you look, this one was B, okay, so that was the detent one, that was down here. That has a little bit longer body where the control lever goes than these two on the bottom. What that is causing is a little bit of an issue where the lever, if you can see it inside the tractor, is not exactly in the neutral position. You can't really adjust it. So it is meant to have the detent in the center. I just don't want it that way. So not a problem for me. Everything is hooked up, works perfect. I tried it with a cylinder last night. It's morning now because by the time I was done it was dark. There's one other step that I need to take, and that is I am going to get some black paint. I'll be able to spray it in there. I'll just cover everything up nice. I'll paint that so it matches. So all done, third remote installed.